In this video, we're going to be solving an equation of the form ax squared plus bx plus c is equal to 0 by completing the square. And what makes this video content different than the last video is in the last video we're in the form of x squared plus bx plus c is equal to 0, and now we have a coefficient in front of our x squared. So in one, they want us to solve each equation by completing the square. And a is 2x squared minus 3x minus 6. So the added step from the last module is divide every term by the coefficient of x squared. So we're going to divide everything by 2. So we have x squared minus 3 halves x minus 3 is equal to 0. And now they want us to format the equation, so we're going to put our constant on the other side of the equation. So we have x squared minus 3 halves x is equal to 3. And now we want to multiply the coefficient of x by 1/2 and square it. So we have 1/2 times 3 halves squared is equal to 1/2 times 3 halves is 3/4. And we're going to square it, and 3/4 squared is equal to 9 over 16. And now we want to add this number to both sides of the equation, so we're going to have x squared minus 3 halves x plus 9 over 16 is equal to 3 plus 9 over 16. And now they want us to factor the left-hand side and simplify the right-hand side. So to factor the left-hand side, we can write it as x minus 3/4 squared is equal to, and 3 plus 9 over 16, 3 can be written as 48 over 16, and 48 plus 9 is equal to 57. So we have 57 over 16. And now it wants us to solve using the square root property and write the solution set. If we take the square root of the left side, we get x minus 3/4 is equal to, and the square root of 57 over 16 plus or minus the square root of 57 over 16. And now I'm going to add 3/4 to both sides, so I get x is equal to 3 over 4 plus or minus, and the square root of 57 over 16 can be written as the square root of 57 divided by 4. So our solution set is going to be 3 plus the square root of 57 divided by 4, and 3 minus the square root of 57 divided by 4. In B, we have negative 3/4 times x squared minus 3x minus 15 over 2 is equal to 0. And we want to multiply every term by the reciprocal of the coefficient. And the reciprocal of negative 3/4 is negative 4/3. So we're going to have negative 4/3 times negative 3/4 x squared minus 3x minus 15 over 2 is equal to 0. And we get x squared plus 4x plus 10 is equal to 0. And now it wants us to format the equation. So we're going to subtract 10 from both sides. So we get x squared plus 4x is equal to negative 10. And now we're going to multiply the coefficient of x by 1/2 and square it. So we have 1/2 times 4 squared, which is equal to 2 squared, and 2 squared is equal to 4. So now we're going to add 4 to both sides of the equation. So we get x squared plus 4x plus 4 is equal to negative 10 plus 4. And now we're going to factor the left-hand side and simplify the right-hand side. And the left-hand side factors to x plus 2 squared. And that's equal to negative 6. And now we want to solve using the square root property and write the solution set. So we're going to take the square root of both sides, and we will have x plus 2 is equal to plus and minus the square root of negative 6. And now I'm going to rewrite the square root of negative 6 as I times the square root of 6. And now we're going to subtract 2 from both sides. So I get x is equal to negative 2 plus and minus I square root 6. So our solution set is negative 2 plus I square root of 6 and negative 2 minus I square root of 6. And that's our video on solving an equation of the form ax squared plus bx plus c is equal to 0 by completing the square.